All right, so that was lot 246. You can see 247 out the back there, about to walk in. We'll leave the sale for the moment because one of the voices you've been hearing here at the Magic Millions, along with all the other auctioneers, is Clint Donaldson, who joins us on the program and the live stream. I know we're out on Sky Racing 2 and also Sky Racing Active and as well the Tab app. Clint, how much preparation to start with goes into these next couple of days?
There's a lot of prep, actually. The fun part's actually standing up there and calling out the numbers and adding up the bids, but the preparation, looking at the horses, your homework, or I guess the last decade or so of learning about these horses and these bloodlines really comes in handy, and then it's get up on the stage and have all the fun.
How long have you been auctioneering for? Because I tell you what, you must have seen not only the sales here change, but just in general. The market just being so buoyant.
Market's huge, mate. I was getting off the school bus, hoping to be an auctioneer at the Grafton Sale Yard. So I've been doing it a hell of a long time, the auctioneering. But Magic Millions around 15 or so years. And the market, as you said, the quality of horses just made the market go from strength to strength all the way through.
What about some of the lots yesterday? We had a couple of $1 million lots. In fact, we had 4. Today we're going to see some fireworks later on, no doubt. And I said this to Barry actually in our previous show. The stallion Vinny, I'm Invincible, just what he is doing, it's extraordinary. Every single season he produces unbelievable progeny.
He does. And they're wonderful looking progeny, so they sell well. But I guess ultimately their results are judged on the racetrack, and he does that. His domination of the straight six at Flemington and Australia's best in the world's best sprint races with some proper headline horses, means that he sells well. We've got Schnitzel, we've got Written Tycoon. There's a bunch of them, but he's certainly the king.
We talk about, obviously, what's happening in the sales ring, and we talk about the horses, but let's talk about the auctioneers. So how many are in your team?
There's 4 of us. Right. Stephen Davis, the oldest Steve Davis,
okay.
A very familiar face, Steve. He opens. I follow Stephen. We do runs of 15, followed by James Hetherington, who people can hear auctioning at the moment, and then Grant Burns, a guy from WA. So 4 of us rotate runs of 15. It's very tropical on the Gold Coast today, so we've got a couple of little fans set up there to try and keep the auctioneers cool, which is essential.
I've just got that trick because you can probably see if you've been watching the coverage that the big fella myself has been under a bit of pressure. I'm set up right near these air conditioning vents, so the people underneath us here are all in beautiful air conditioned offices, and all that hot air is coming onto me. So it's been an experience, but the turn. So you'll do so many lots. Who gets to go first? Because I imagine there'd be some competitiveness when it comes to those good lots. You'd be wanting to be there for the big lots.
Yeah, you are. You really are. And look, yesterday there were $4 million lots. I was lucky enough to sell 3 of them. It's really just.
Do you get bragging rights now to that too? Do you get to say to the other guys, "Well, I got the 3"?
Oh, it's very much competition, particularly with Steve Davis. He's a Kiwi, see, so they like to think they've got the upper hand on us Aussies. He's a very talented auctioneer, but it is just, as the catalogue comes out, is how we rotate them.
Fantastic. What about yourself? You mentioned Grafton, so you're a country New South Wales boy?
Yeah, country New South Wales, Grafton racetrack. That was my first racing experience, I guess, and got involved in horse ownership at the age of 17 or 18.
Fantastic.
By the guy that owned the Grafton Abattoir, and he brought me up here to the Magic Millions, and I just thought, wow, this is me as an auctioneer in a stock and station agency in Grafton. To see these sort of numbers was great. With the passion for horses, it's a great combination. Beautiful.
And what about the role of the spotters in front of you? Because yesterday I saw a lot of them standing there all day, yelling out. I mean, you're a very tight-knit group, aren't you?
We are. As anybody knows that's been to the Magic Millions, it's just a dirty big shed. It's a fantastic facility, a great place to sell horses, but at the end of the day, it's a big shed, so the auctioneer can't touch, feel, see all of the bidders. So the bid spotters are really an extension of the auctioneers. They see the bidders, they watch the body language, call out the bids to us, and we therefore add the bids up that we don't see as the bid spotters call them.
I look forward to seeing how the rest of the day unfolds. The way in which you guys are auctioneering is very, very talented. The quickness of the tongue, I love it, in terms of the delivery. Very witty, and you've got to be on top of it, don't you, because of what's happening and the amount of money that is involved. Although I do notice when it gets right up high, it's almost like the theatre is set. The stage is yours and you can conduct something pretty special. So I look forward to seeing you in action later, mate.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everyone.